dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip. Good drip.
But she love you, don't cut your... Brando Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a... These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a... In jail I had... I make you cut off the... Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Act like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check and took off. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And Crowell lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Great. 180.
Here's Foles. And complete to Zach Ertz. And one more time. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. but you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. This is first and goal from about the 8. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now Foles. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. It's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On first down, Darnold. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. 3.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Go, go, go. Set. Be alert, be alert. One.
Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Great.
They'll look to throw here. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Back to throw now on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Darius Stewart now on the return. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Crowell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Gone!
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try to run forward with Crowell. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Now let's go!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hurry up, here we go!
Darnold from the gun. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Jets on the move. Couple of big plays back-to-back.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Boom, landed.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
180. Great.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
One. Flat.
Back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and they take it.
And he coughed it up, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the grip.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, if they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. William Golston in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
180.
Looking to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180.
Back to throw here. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Out to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Here's Foles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that one his first incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's third down.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
180.
They're going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20. To throw on second down is Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw, Darnold. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Foles. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, brings.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are pouring it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Darnold. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
To the air again, Darnold. He's got Curse. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Here's a give to Crowell. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Darnold down to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Darnold from the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles' defense able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
We got 3. We got 3.
180.
58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. Watch QB.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A final score now from Chicago. And it was the Seahawks who were able to take home the victory there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. On first down, Darnold. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hurry up, here we go.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Set. 3-19.
One last throw down for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split